Mambo. My name is Jayashri, and today I will be telling you something about my experience with Swahili in Tanzania. The thing is, I'm 61 and there will be a lot of mistakes when I'm learning. So, in advance, I'm saying samahani. So this is my effort, or I think Nive Radhi is also a word we can say for saying sorry. So I apologize to the people who are Swahili speaking if I make a lot of mistakes, which I will definitely be doing. The point of learning Swahili for me is that I'm 61 and my husband was posted here, so I've come to Tanzania and I wanted to involve myself and learn the language of the people. It's really nice that the people in Tanzania speak English and after fifth grade, I think they all learn. And up to fifth grade, they study in Swahili. So the reason is language is for communication. And when we try to learn another language, it definitely brings us closer to the hearts of the people and it makes us less snobbish. I don't say knowing English is snobbish, but not trying to speak or communicate with the people in the local language is not very respectful. So even if I'm not that good, I think I should try to learn the language. So first I would like to say habari. Habari means news, but in this sense we use habari as hello. The more casual form of saying hello would be mambo. And the answer to that would be poa, where mambo is how are you? And poa is cool. That's such a nice way to greet people. That's normally how I greet the askari, that is the security guards of my building. And they love it. They start laughing. And then they'll teach me words, like they'll say something else, a different greeting, and then they'll wait for me to say Zuri or Salama. So let's talk about the way that the Tanzanians greet each other. So, of course, I've already told you that Mambo, to which you respond Poa, is the most common way that people communicate. The second thing you can say is Habari, for which the answer would be Zuri. They also say like Kwema, which means all good, and answer is Kwema, which is all good. Or you can say Rima, are you well? And the answer is Rima, that is, I am well. We move sometimes from a more casual way of greeting to a more formal way of greeting, which is known as a jambo. Now, jambo greetings are of different types, and this is based on whether you're greeting only one person. So, if you are, then you would say who jambo, and the other person would say si jambo, where who jambo is how are you, and the other person is responding saying I'm fine. Now, supposing you are asking how are how is he or she, then you would say ha jambo, and the response is ha jambo. If you want to say, if you want to ask them, how are you, but plural, there is a group of people and you want to greet them, then you would say ham jambo, and the person would respond hatu jambo. That is, we are fine. And if you're having to ask how are they, you would say how are jambo, and the answer would be how are jambo, which means we are fine or they are fine. So this is a different forms of greeting, but when you speak to an elder, and here they will not greet you first. It should not be. You should greet them first. And this is something very similar to Indian culture. So where we will do namaskaram and they will say ashirvadam. So it's similar to that. So here you say shikamo, that is I offer you respect, and they say marhaba, which means I accept your respect. So this is one of the basic things you first learn when you come to Tanzania is to greet each other. And now you would want to also, suppose you want to greet a particular person like mother. So mother is mama And father is Baba. Then we have the brother, who is Kaka, and the sister, who is Dada. So, like this, we also have to learn who are the family members to whom we are greeting. So, that will definitely help in making our greetings better. One also greets based on the time of the day. So, using Habari, I tried to change it when I'm talking to the Askari. So I asked him, Habari za Kazi, where Kazi means work. So how is your work? Then I asked him once, Habari za Familia, which means how is your family? For children, you can ask Habari za Shule, which means how is your school, where Shule means school. Now, Habari in the morning would be Habari za Azubuhi. For the afternoon, you go habari za mchana. For the evening, you go habari za jioni. And for night time, and remember one thing, normally you don't say good night. Though it's usiku muema, normally you would prefer to ask them umashindaje. Let me pronounce it again. Umashindaje. Umashindaje means that did you have a, how was your day, basically. So that's a really nice way of asking people, how was your day? So these are some ways in which we can greet the people around us. And this is perhaps my first lesson in it reminded me actually of my college days. When I first joined as a student, I used to encounter my professors quite often. So one of my professors told me, you have to greet me. So I told him, sir, I greeted you in the morning. So he was like, no, every time you see me, you must greet me. So I think that is something which you must remember when you come to Tanzania. They're very polite people, and saying a good greeting to them every time you encounter them would definitely give a better experience um, in Tanzania. So, just like we greet people, we also have to say goodbye. So, goodbye in Swahili is kwaheri. And when you're saying goodbye to a group of people, it's kwaherini. So, this is just, I'm trying to remember my the little I learned. I am 61 and I stay a lot of time alone in my flat. So I'm finding it a bit difficult. So I thought that maybe I can pass my time by doing something constructive like learning Swahili language. And it's been fun. I don't know if I'm fully pronouncing correctly, and I'm sure the audience would definitely give me feedback on that so that I can improve. And I know there's room for improvement. So thank you, Asante.